Hello, my name is Francoise Netter, and I want to welcome you. We've created a unique two-part program to bring you optimal body-mind fitness and an integrated experience of yourself. Through an approach that blends body-mind principles with creative self-expression, you will gain increased relaxation and the power of safety and choice in your body. The first segment is a Hatha yoga program. Our format will include standing, sitting, and lying down poses. In this section, we'll concentrate on creating stabilization of the spine, breath awareness, and exercises that specifically promote greater strength, flexibility, coordination, and stress release. The second section is called the magic of movement, and through the use of dance principles, this guided movement sequence will stimulate you creatively and give you a workout for your body, mind, spirit, and emotions. Now you can practice each section separately or one after the other depending upon your personal schedule and time specifications. Both programs can be practiced daily and are designed specifically for you to go at your own pace and level. Now whether you are an avid fitness disciple or a couch potato, this program is for you. We're going to begin with Hatha yoga. Hatha yoga is an ancient and superior form of exercise that originated in India as a discipline to purify the body so that the mind then could become pure. Science and modern technology are finally acknowledging the power of the mind to shape our health and physical reality. This is a knowledge that the ancient yogis were very much aware of. The word yoga literally means union. Ha meaning sun and tha moon is referring to the polarities in the body that can be brought together in unity. Now, what distinguishes Hatha yoga from Western forms of exercise is that Hatha yoga works not only on the muscular skeletal system, but on all the systems of the body, including the digestive system, endocrine system, and nervous system, promoting health and wellness for the whole body. Hatha yoga is probably best known in the West for its ability to increase suppleness to the spine and skeletal structure, and for its ability to reduce stress and promote better breathing habits. Now, although the poses themselves can be very challenging, the goal of yoga is a process which allows you to become more aware of yourself and your limits and possibilities. Please, again, do the poses at your own pace. There is no need to force any position or to struggle. We'll talk more about this when we begin. So, let us do now. First thing I'd like to do is invite you to get a towel, one which we'll use as a roll and the other we'll use as another prop. And we're going to start in a kneeling position. I'd like you to position the hands right under your shoulders and your knees right under your hips. Your knees are also hips width. And I want you to go ahead and stretch the fingers. Now we're going to take a moment here, and I'd like you to bring your spine into a nice neutral position. We're going to leave the arms extended through the whole pose. This pose is called cat pose. And I want you to have your inner elbow facing each other. And I want you to just take a moment here, and we're going to look straight ahead, looking straight down at the floor, keeping the neck in neutral position. And I want you to close your eyes and just take a moment to feel your own breath, the rhythm of the breath going in and out. This is very important as we practice yoga. All right, now we're going to do this pose in conjunction with our breath. The first part of cat pose is where we're going to create a C curve in our body and exhale the breath. You can see my whole body going in one long position. That's the exhalation. And then without moving the arms, we're going to create the opposite. Inhale and look up. Now, if this hurts your neck at all, just bring it to neutral. So once again, exhale. Make a C curve. You can pull your abdominal wall in, but continue to breathe. Inhale, stretching up. Now we're coordinating spine and breath. Exhale, down and under. Inhale, stretching up. This is to warm the spine. We'll do this one more time. Exhale. Inhale. Now, we're going to bring our right knee in. In the exhalation, we're going to include the leg now, forehead to the knee. Inhale, we're going to bring the leg straight back without kicking, pointing the toe. Once again, exhale, pulling the knee into the forehead. Inhale, stretch. Same position with the spine. That's it. Yes. Exhale in. Inhale out. One more time. Exhaling in, knee to forehead. Inhale, stretch the leg. Now, we're going to take a balance pose. I want you to continue to extend the leg back, and we're going to bring up the opposite arm, the left arm, stretch it out. Keep the shoulders even. Breathe there. Take a breath in. Exhale, return the arm, and bring the leg down. Now we're going to continue on the other side. Without missing a breath, exhale in, inhale back. The whole body working now with the breath. Spine and legs, smooth and easy, without struggling. Don't kick the leg behind, just lengthen it. Feel that the leg and the spine are now connected. We'll do it one more time. Pulling in, inhale, stretch. Now continue breathing, don't hold your breath here. Bring out your right arm, we're going to stretch it here, hold and balance. Bringing the arm back down, bring the knee back down, and let's extend our hips way back to our heels, extended down. Now, as you can see, my arms are stretching straight ahead, really extending here, right through the shoulders. Now, I'm going to take my towel so that I can keep my neck nice and even here, and I'm going to slowly place. I'm going to widen my knees because it's more comfortable, and we're going to take an extended child's pose. Relax your neck here. Stretch out. I'm going to keep my arms extending. This is a wonderful stretch for the body. Keep your shoulders moving back towards your hips, extending the pose here. Take some deep breaths and just relax the body. This is really to stretch out the body. And then we're going to roll up and continue. Just take away your towel. Now, we're going to come back to cat stretch. Knees, arms even. And we're going to go into the next pose called downward facing dog. I want you to tuck your toes underneath. Take a moment there. Then we're going to extend our hips way up to the ceiling. And as you can see, I'm way up on my half toe. Now first what we're going to do is stretch here. Your butt is reaching way up to the ceiling. Now lift your neck up because I want to make sure that your neck is even between your arms. Now I'm going to bend my right knee just slightly, and I'm going to stretch my left heel into the floor, and you're going to get a wonderful stretch here for your Achilles tendon. This pose, downward facing dog, is so important because it allows people to do an inverted pose without some of the more difficult ones. Now I'm going to change. Bending my left knee, I'm going to go ahead and press my right heel into the floor. Nice long stretch. This pose also helps to lower blood pressure. Staying up. Now if this is too long for you, you can always come back down. We're going to continue to stretch now way back, and I want you to take 5 breaths here. Taking a breath in and out. Through the nostrils, in and out. 3 more. And out. Continue to stretch. Lengthen the body. Abdominal wall in slightly. And last one, in and out. Now we're going to move into a lunge pose. Slowly, the right leg coming all the way forward. You can use your hand to push it forward if you need to. And as you can see, my back leg is stretching there. I've lengthened my spine, dropped my tailbone, and then I'm going to bring my knee slowly to the floor, and I'm going to extend through my feet. Now I want you to be real careful here. You can see that as my knee is now, it's really extended over my toe. So what I need to do is bring the foot just slightly forward so that the knee can be right over the ankle. So there's no strain here for the knee, and I want you to be real careful for this. Okay, I'm stretching my spine up, lifting through my chest. My shoulders are released. Stretching there, taking a breath. Inhale, let's lift the neck without putting any strain there. Exhale. Now I'm going to bring my hands down. I'm going to come to my knees, and we're going to take a striking cobra. Watch. What we're going to do is bend the elbows, bring the chin down, and just like a snake, I want you to slither your body right along your mat, right along your rug. That's it. Coming up, using my hands, shoulders back. Now, I'm going to stretch my neck. Again, use your discretion here. If your neck feels like it's being pinched, just keep it straight ahead. If you can extend your back, then go ahead and lift up. Take a breath in. Exhale. We're going to come down, tuck the toes under. We're going to go right back into dog pose, stretching 5 more breaths. Now, if at any time you get tired, just come down into child's pose, which is this pose right here, and relax. If you can stand it, we're still in the 5 breaths, so we'll take 2 more here. Breathing in and out, reaching those heels to the floor, extending the spine, feeling the arms lifting. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. The left leg comes all the way forward. Stretch there. Exhale. Knee coming down. Stretch through the toe. Once again, let's adjust our knee forward. So knee over the ankle. Lifting. You can feel the stretch right here through the psoas. Lifting forward, no straining on my knees at all. Shoulders back, take a breath in, let's lift. Exhale, bring the knee back, drop down, slither forward as you breathe. In into striking cobra. And exhale. This time back into extended child's pose. Widen the knees. Go ahead and bring the neck down, forehead to the floor. Extend the arms, nicely stretching overhead. Take a deep breath in and release. And then slowly, just let the arms come down and completely relax the body. Let the shoulders drop. Let them come forward here. Just dropping down towards the knees. Extending the back. Releasing all the tension in the sacrum here. You can even take your hands and just press or massage to relieve any tension at all. And then gently, we'll roll the spine up. And now we're going to do some standing poses. So come up to standing. We're going to start in a parallel pose about 3.5 feet apart. Feet are parallel and arms just down. Now I want you to feel your feet firmly planted right on the floor. Stretching the ankles down and then stretching through the rest of the body. Tailbone down, lifting, opening through the chest, dropping your arms. Just take some breaths there. Feel the arches lift, but feel firmly planted. Breathe in and let's just stretch the shoulders to the ears and exhale, drop down. Once again, inhale and drop down. Good. Now let's stretch the shoulders a little bit more. We're going to bring our arms forward. Clasp your hands. And I want you to press out. Reach towards me. That's it. And you should feel an incredible release right through the shoulders, right through the upper back. Keep breathing, stretching there, releasing all the tension. Make sure your neck is even. Breathing naturally. Unless I tell you, just really stay with that first pose. Now we're going to breathe in. Release the arms, exhale, and now we're going to bring the arms behind us and stretch, just nice and even. So we're going to get a stretch through both sides of the back, the chest and the upper back, and then just release. All right, now we're going to bring our hands right on our hips, expanding the chest again. I'm going to have you lift your chin up towards the ceiling without putting any strain in the neck. Inhale, stretch up, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, and we're going to stretch the spine out. This is very important as we age, that we keep the spine supple and that we elongate through the vertebrae. Now, for any of you that are feeling any strain behind the knees, just bend them slightly. Keep your weight forward in front of the heel bones. Keep extending here. You can hold on to the abdominal wall without holding the breath. Stretching right out there. If you find any strain, again, bend the knees, stretch. We're going to take a breath in here. Exhale, bend the knees. Now we're going to curl the spine all the way up. Stretch there and release the arms. Good, just take a moment. Feel the whole body. Now, we're going to bring the arms up, even with the shoulders. Make sure you don't use your shoulders here. We're going to use the back, right through the scapula. Stretching out the arms. We're going to bring our right leg in and our left leg out. Now, watch how my hips have turned. I want you to bring your hips back to center. Now, in this pose, we're going to really lengthen through the ribs. I want you to take a breath in. As you exhale, just stretch. Hold it there. That's it. Yes, lengthen, lengthen. All right, good. Take another breath in and now go all the way down. Now, I've got really long arms, but some of you may be up here, and that's fine. The main thing here, as you turn, I want you to look up towards your extended arm. Palm is straight forward. Stretch those fingers. My right hip is going back, and I'm stretching, lifting through both sides of the ribs evenly. Now, I'm going to have you face straight forward, right into me. Good. Now we're going to take an extension. This is called triangle, Trigonometry. We're going to stretch the arm overhead, extend. Now be careful here. I don't want you the arm in front of your face. We want to extend it up. Keep your right hip going back. That's it. Stretching, stretching. Good. Inhale, stretch back up towards the ceiling. Look up. As you exhale, come all the way back. And just take a moment there. If your arms are tired, just release them down and bend the knees. Relax. That's it. Okay, we'll break this down just a little bit more. Let's lift up. Left foot now. We're going to take the other side. Right foot out, lifting through the arches. Take a breath in. Now, what I don't want to see is just going down like that, okay? Laterally bending, because we want to extend the ribs. Let me show you the right way again. Inhale. As you exhale, stretch. That's it. Extend the ribs. Yes. Now bring your arm down, bringing the other arm up. Look up at your extended arm. This helps to open up the whole body. It's a very strengthening pose. The first part, what we've done is warm up. Now we're strengthening, looking up. Let's take the extended pose, looking straight ahead. That's it at me. Stretch the arm overhead, and you can really feel this expand the chest. Keep the left hip going back. That's it. Don't strain your knees. Then, once again, looking up. Extend the arms straight up and back. Good. That's it. Let's just take a relaxation pose here as we stretch through the backs of the legs. All right, bringing the arms overhead. Let's fold the arms, hands on each elbow, and then just come forward nice and easily. And let the body hang down into a forward bend. Now, for any of you who have lower back problems or problems with your knees, you can keep your knees soft. I don't want you to pull back against your kneecaps, but keep them soft. For those of you more stretched, then you can allow your arms to go down and just take a few moments here. Just feel the stretch, but not overstretching. That's it. Relaxing through the shoulders. Take a breath in. As you exhale, I'm going to have you bend the knees, drop your arms if they haven't dropped, and slowly rolling up. All right. Another standing pose for strengthening. Let's do a little bit of gymnastics here. Let's bring our arms in, bend your knees, and you can walk this if you don't want to jump. Now, the main thing is when you jump, I want you to land with a bent knee. So we're going to jump a little wider. You can tell my knees are bent, and feet are still parallel. Once again, right foot in, left foot out. Now, this needs to be a very wide pose. Stretch your arms out. Good. Now we're going to bend the left knee, knee over ankle. Same thing as we did before in the lunge. You're going to drop down here. Again, making sure that this knee is directly over my ankle, not over my toe. Okay, so I'm spreading my foot out just a little bit. Stretch this leg back. You can feel it. My body is extended. My arms are out. Now I'm going to turn and just look over my left hand. This is called warrior pose, and there are many variations. We're just going to take this one. You can hold each pose for 20 seconds to 5 minutes, most of the time at about a minute. All right, we're going to come back now. Come up, bring your feet back to parallel, adjust your body if you need to. Take a moment, bend the knees, relax the head forward. Breathing in and out. And then coming back up again. Good, let's take it the other way. Left foot in, right foot out. Again, what I'm watching here is knee over toe on both sides. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you can see my foot sliding forward because I know I want my knee over the ankle here, stretching. Now, I don't want to bend this knee at all. You want to keep that leg stretching. You want to keep your body up, arms out. Ah, yes, this is definitely a strengthening pose. Now, we'll look right over our right hand, stretching, feeling like a warrior. This is such a wonderful pose. If you have a problem with your knees, then just modify it. Take a breath in, come up, and bring the legs back in. All right, Let's come back. This time we're going to come back to the root of all yoga, Tadasana. Jumping in, stretching in Tadasana. Now, how I like to find Tadasana is I bring my big toes together. That way I can align my ankles and then align the rest of my body. So many times in modern day, what we do is we wear shoes and it extends our toes that way. So we're trying to bring that alignment back in. All right, so standing in Tadasana, I want you to feel very grounded. We're going to take a balance pose because balance is so much of what we do in daily life, and yoga really helps us attain that. So this simple pose is tree, and we'll just take it a few seconds on each side. So the first thing I want you to do is ground the feet into the floor so you really feel that extension. And then I want you to look out right in front of you so you can focus your eyes. That's it, yes. And then I want you to take that awareness where you're focused out and you bring that awareness inside so you can ground right to your feet. So you have that balance between the outer and the inner. Now we're going to bring up the left leg, and you can bring that up into the thigh as high as you can, heel right there, and bring the hands very simply into Namaste. Just breathing in the pose. We'll hold this just a few seconds. You can do it longer if you'd like. Now bringing the arms down, stretch once again. Balance poses are great, so you can do this anytime. Take a moment once again to ground the body. Feeling the shoulders relax. That's it, yes. Focus your eyes. Now we're going to bring up the right leg. For those of you that feel that it's too much, you can always bring your leg there. For those of you that are more advanced, that want to take the leg a little bit further, you can take the leg across this way. Then bring your hands into Namaste. If you want to go fully into a more extended pose, you can bring the arms overhead for an extended Namaste pose. Palms together, thumbs crossing. Then we'll come back down to Namaste and gently bring the leg down, back into Tadasana. Just take a moment. All right, let's stretch. Inhale, stretch, look up. Big stretch. Exhale, bend the knees and release. 2 more times. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, release. Last time, inhale. And release. Good. And just come back so you feel your center. Now, we're going to come down to a sitting pose. Traditionally, sitting and lying down poses are very good for stretching, also working the inner organs. Now, I'd like you to come to what I call tailor pose or cobbler pose, with the feet together, palms of the feet together, and allow it to be comfortable, especially to start. So I don't want your feet all the way into your pelvis. I'd like it about halfway. And go ahead and bring your hands right onto your feet without stretching the toes, but right here. Good. Now we're going to take this pose slightly different. I'm going to work the lower spine, the upper spine, as well as the adductors, as well as the inner thigh. So we're going to come forward in one piece. I want you to keep your neck very much aligned onto your spine. That's it, yes. And bring your chest forward and your chin slightly up. That's it. You may not go very far, but the main thing here is to keep the spine extended rather than doing this, yes? Okay, that's it. So we're stretching the vertebrae. We're going to create the image of lots of space for those discs, lots of health for our vertebrae. Stretching, stretching, keep on going as far as you can. My elbows are coming down. Now, you can go completely in the pose if you like, which would be to bring your head down into the soles of your feet or forward. Or if you're having any problems with the neck at this point, keep it in neutral. You don't have to bring it all the way forward. Just taking some breaths here, feeling the openness of the thigh. It's a wonderful pose. Stretching the shoulders back. Good. And take a breath in. As you exhale, let's come up in one piece. Again, stretching the spine. That's right. Now, if you have any trouble in your lower back, just take a moment here. All right. Now, we're going to do the rest of our stretches lying down. So I'm going to ask you to bring your towel with you, and we're going to take, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to create that into a rope. Now, if you're at home and you want to take a belt, that's fine. You can use that as well. But I'm going to use a towel here as my rope. So I'm going to put that right down here. And I'm going to come here and bring my hands underneath my legs. And I'm just going to take a little bit of a stretch here. Now, if you're on a hard floor at home, don't do this. But this is a wonderful type of acupressure for my spine, for your spine as well. And it feels wonderful. Kind of brings this child in you. We'll just do it one more time. Very easy. No force here at all. And bring the knees into your chest. Lift your hair out of the way. That's it. And bring the knees in. And you want to just nice and easily bringing the knees in. If you feel any stress at all in your kneecaps, then just bring your hands under your thighs. That's it. All right. Let's bring the left foot to the floor. And we're going to take our towel now. We're going to take some hamstring stretches. So I'm going to have you place your towel right over the ball of your foot. And this is important. I'd like for you today to get as much of a stretch as possible. Now, if you find that here your knee is bent, what I'd like you to do is take your towel a little bit further away from you and stretch the leg. Don't force it, but we're going to try to stretch and challenge just a little bit here. So I'm going to bring my towel where it's my challenge. But don't copy me at home, work with your own body. Once you've got your leg fully extended without putting any pressure on the kneecap, we don't want a hyperextension too much there. We want to keep it slightly loose. Then I'm going to have you stretch your opposite leg. So you're going to get a stretch through both legs. Nice and open here. Shoulders down. I'm not using my arms at all. I'm working the legs here. My neck is nice and neutral here. Chin slightly up. Breathing, again, you can hold this between 20 seconds, probably about a minute. Okay, we're going to keep lifting it here, and then we're going to bring the towel down, keep extending, and I'm going to bring my leg in. This is called wind pose. This really lengthens the whole body. Then I'm going to turn my leg out, and I'm going to bring my foot right on top of the thigh, above my knee, not on my knee at all. And this, I'm going to extend my hip. This really opens up the right hip. You can really let your knee come down. Then slowly bring up the foot. And I'm going to bring the whole part, the whole section of my body, of my lower body, towards my chest. I'm going to bring my arms underneath here, underneath, and clasp them underneath my left thigh, and slowly extend towards the chest. And this will really stretch all the way through your hips, through your thighs. If you feel any pain in your knee, just readjust the body, but you should feel it right through the legs here. Breathing, extending, stretching, holding the position about a minute. And then release, bring the knees in, again, stretch there. And just shake out the legs. If you still feel a little stretch there, that's fine. Bring the right foot back, and we're going to take the same thing on the other side. All right, let's stretch the leg. Again, make sure that it's not hyperextended. Once the leg is extended, stretch out. Now, remember that the goal here is not to overstretch. It is to work with your body, and you will really gain so much from this. If you practice daily or even twice a week, you'll get a tremendous out of it. Keep stretching here, lengthening through both legs without forcing. Then bringing the towel down, leaving the leg there on its own with cognizance, stretching, bending the knees, dropping the hip, lengthening right through the hip joint. Yeah, you can feel that. Then we're going to bring the right foot up, sole to the floor, and then bring the whole unit towards you, pressing in, stretching through the left hip, through the left thigh, putting no pressure on the left knee here. Keep extending, that's it. And then bring the knees back in, stretch there, shake out the legs, that's it, and bring the feet to the floor. Now, for those of you that have a towel at home to create a roll into it, I'll have you bring that around your neck now, and just let your towel come right there. If that's uncomfortable, then just release. Bring your hands on your hips, and we're going to just take a couple of pelvic tilts. Inhale, stretch the chest up. You'll see a little hole right there. Exhale, pull down and under, pulling the abdominal wall in. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. This really works the spine, and then leave it in. Now I'm going to have you extend your right leg out, your left leg out as well, and I want you to tighten the abdominal wall. Tighten through the lower back, release your arms, shoulders dropping away from you. Keep stretching that away. And then I want you to relax everything. Completely relax. Turn your head to the side and release. That's it, yes. And then to center. And once again to the other side, right. Drop the shoulders, good. And then back to center. And relax the neck completely. I want you now to let your eyes close. I'm going to sit up and give you instructions, but I want you to remain lying down on the floor. This is the dessert of Hatha Yoga, and it's called Savasana, or corpse pose. So I want you now, with your eyes closed, to begin to become aware of your breath again. Let the floor completely support you. Surrender completely to the floor, so that your body has to do nothing now except for allow the intelligence of the body to completely support all its functions. And then bring your awareness to the mind. And I want you to invite your mind to become like a small child by the ocean, watching the waves coming in and going out. And what you're going to be watching is the waves of your breath. Your breath will come in and out. And so let the mind slowly quiet there as it just watches the breath coming in and flowing out. Perhaps even attentive to the pauses between the breath, allowing the whole body to relax, allowing the breath to be the rhythm that contains you, flowing forward and back, in and out, letting the floor support your weight. Now you can take this relaxation as long as you want at home. But for now, take a deep breath in. Exhale, and then slowly begin to move your legs and your arms. Now, turning to your side, and I'll show you how I want you to do that. Bringing your knees in, crossing your hand over. Come back up slowly to a sitting position. And then we'll end the session in Namaste with the eyes open.